justice, one of the things I think is bypass administration, you think people are for disadvantage. But what you have, though, is a very aggressive civil rights division that, and I'll cover all the stories, the number of former police officers that have been sent to prison, corrections officers, jailers, and I haven't heard
some of the highest numbers
right
in
that,
recent history, and certainly compare those numbers to Trump administration,
well,
and you see a stark difference.
yeah, he had one powers and practice investigation and 12 under this DOJ.
Exactly right.
Will you continue having that aggressive of the DOJ Civil Rights Division because the work that's being done? I mean, it doesn't get a lot of attention and doesn't get talked about a lot, but it is actually happening. The work that Kristen Clark and others are doing.
They're doing extraordinary work, and that is the work that would continue in a Harris administration. Let me tell you something, and again, because Roland, I have to keep stressing not only the importance of every point, but the contrast between me and Donald Trump. Under Donald Trump as president, those cases were not happening with any vigor or commitment, and not only that, he took resources out of the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice. We put resources into the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice so they could do the job they're supposed to do. And that absolutely would continue under me and my leadership. And it's about looking at what people have done or what they say. Again, you know the record of Donald Trump on these issues. You know the record of where he is on things like
hate crimes are still real. These things are actually happening in the country, and they have to be dealt with and addressed. Because when you talk about that, folks go, "Oh no, these things are not happening." But the reality is they are, and African Americans still are number one when it comes to hate crimes being reported against us.
Well, I know that because I published the hate crimes report every year when I was Attorney General of California. And it is, to your point, about talking about it and making people clear that we have actually seen a spike in hate crimes across the board. And it does not help when you have somebody who is a former president and running to be president again, who is constantly fanning the flames of hate and division in our country. Constantly.
You often asked about Israel, Gaza, Ukraine. I never hear come up conversation about Africa. You traveled there. Fastest growing, 6 of the top 10 fastest growing economies. Very young economy. A lot of folks complain about Chinese investment. But in terms of your presidency, dealing with the continent of those countries, what will that look like? Because that's the future of this world when you look at, again, those economies. And I've been to the countries and those presidents are saying, hey, we want to build.
What do you mean?
Well, I didn't go on that trip, but if you win, I'll go on the next one.
Well, let me tell you. So this has been, you preaching to the choir. I've been, listen, I believe so strongly, and that is part of the work I've done as vice president, that we've got to change the narrative around the relationship between the United States and the continent of Africa. For a long time, it has been one that has been about aid as opposed to partnership.
Or investment, right.
Partnership.
Yep.
Which includes U.S. investment. So the work I've done as vice president has been to begin to change that relationship, and including the delegation that I took to the continent, which was focused on, I brought billions of dollars and worked on billions of dollars of U.S. investment in the continent and in countries on the continent of Africa, looking at what we need to do around, also I've been partnering with technology companies around digital inclusion, so ensuring that folks have access to fintech, to financial banking and sectors. But to your point, the median age on the continent is 19. By 2050, 1 in 4 people on Earth will be on the continent of Africa. That is so exciting. If we see it in terms of global policy, for the opportunity it presents to invest in partnership and to do the work that is about understanding the mutual benefit. So that is very much on my agenda as a priority. It has been as vice president, and it will continue to be if I am and when I am elected president.
When you mention those countries, when you talk about immigration, it has been African Americans has been in some quarters extremely contentious. When I've said, wait a minute, there are people who are coming from African Asians, who are coming from Haiti, who are coming from Bermuda, who are coming from different countries. And you have these
China,
battles happening in Chicago. What do you say to
Mexico.
African Americans specifically about immigration and how are you going to deal with that? Because those reasons folks are being sent to various cities to create detention. But it's talked about. It's there. It is a real concern. So what do you say to African Americans specifically who say, shut it all down, folks can't come in, close the border, who sound in many ways like Metaphor?
So first of all, I have prosecuted transnational criminal organizations for the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings. I have had a career, including now, of prioritizing that we must have a secure border. And in fact, on the issue of immigration, let's be clear, some of the most conservative members of the United States Congress, together with others, had a bill to secure the border even more, and Donald Trump got wind of it, and because he thought it would hurt his political chances in this election, told him not to put it up for a vote. He killed the bill that would have put 1,500 more border agents at the border, which is why the border agent union supported it. That bill would have stemmed the flow of fentanyl, which is affecting people of every race and background and geographic location in our country. That bill would have given more resources to prosecute transnational criminal organizations. Donald Trump told him, cancel that bill because he wants to run on a problem instead of fix a problem. I'm about fixing problems. And that includes, when I am elected president, bringing back up that border security bill, and I will sign it into law. We also must have an immigration system that is humane and orderly. We have to increase the number of asylum judges. We need to make sure that people who are fleeing harm, that we give them a chance to explain their situation in a meaningful way, because America also is a place that we have said we will receive people who are fleeing persecution. They got to make their case, and then they got to be on a path where they earn the right to be here and become citizens, which means we need to have a comprehensive immigration policy that includes requiring people to earn and work hard to earn their citizenship.
The last question, since your folks are dancing back here, so I see them all in my periphery, so y'all can relax, Cedric.
I'm listening.
Well, you know, he's a Saints fan too. We'll talk about that. Why do you want this? Why do you want to be president? There's somebody who's saying, why should I trust her, the power of the commander in chief?
I love our country, Roland. I believe in the American people. And I know we are a people who have the character, that have ambition, that have aspirations and dreams. And I intend to be a president who meets people with opportunities for them to not just get by, but get ahead. I believe in our country and the importance of its strength in terms of what that means to the world. As Vice President of the United States, I have met over 150 world leaders, presidents, prime ministers, chancellors, and kings. I know the importance of America retaining respect as a power around the globe. And that's why I am putting in the hard work of working to earn every person's vote so we can actually turn the page on what has been otherwise years of an attempt to divide us as a nation, to have Americans point their fingers at each other, years of belittling people and promoting fear. People are exhausted with that. They're ready to turn the page. They're ready for a new generation of leadership that's about charting a new way forward.
What is she
And
on
that's what
about?
I intend to do, with a sense of optimism and being clear-eyed about the challenges that folks face and the opportunities that we have to address those challenges in a way that strengthens our nation.
I was really appreciate it. And let me wish you a happy early birthday.
Thank you.
I'm not going to say the age because I'm not trying to have all these sisters get an attitude and tell me I can't believe you did that. But, you know.
Yeah, but, I would, for your well-being, I would advise you not to do that.
But it'll be published anyway, so we appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Folks,
So that was Kamala. She was on a Roland Martin. Same kind of thing going on. For myself, she seems to be talking like she's not in power at the moment. That's what I get a lot from Kamala Harris. Taking emotions out and trying to use sound, right, and reason. For myself, here at the Riflemen, Rifle Women, and Rifle A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P, we seek to push unbiased reviews of news and world affairs. Again, the talk is a lot about Trump. Again, so the focus is Trump, 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 and not much accountability on parts of what's gone wrong or what's gone right for America. I think this will be an emotional vote, and a lot of emotions will be running at high levels during this campaign here. We're stretching into the last part of October, going into November, and Donald Trump was on Josh Rogan. I think that went very well, and I think what would have been great would have been Harris to have popped over there. Would have been a nice challenge. Well, let's see if Roland took Trump for an interview. That would even be more amazing for Trump. I think Trump has outwitted her here with the podcasts, the interviewing. She should have really been there first. It looks like he's head to head at the moment. I'm not sure what the polls are saying. I don't like betting on these things. It could be a Kamala win. For some reason I'm getting that kind of feeling. Trying to get my my energies right. Trying to link up with the planets. I'm trying to get some kind of information. But this could be misguided. This could be a different entity that's contacting me at the moment. So right now, I feel maybe Kamala Harris. Will they allow Trump to win? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And I guess we will see soon. We will see who's going to be in charge and what the outcome will be. We hope it will be a peaceful transition. The world is in awful shape. So everyone's got a problem. Everyone's in problems. Everyone's got a problem. People have problems on many different levels. Will the politics stop all these problems? Hell no. It's unstoppable. It's a sign of the times we are in. And accepting that is part of the journey. The whimsical fairy tale reality which many are pushing is a problem. Only reality, only real facts, being unbiased, not using emotions to conquer the negative powers that are around. The spirit beings are hungry. Rifleman.